One.
I'm Thornell Billingsley, U.S. Army, Vietnam vet, E5, from 1966 to 1968. I was with the 173rd Airborne, one of the only units to make a combat jump in Vietnam, February 67. A lot of different battles. Came home with a Bronze Star, 3 Purple Hearts.
Did you get wounded?
Yes, sir. 3
That's
times.
the only way you get a Purple Heart, right?
Yeah, 3 times.
Three times.
I got shot here, the knee, and this arm was almost blown off. So.
Wow, and they didn't send you home?
No, well, they sent me home to a hospital.
Yeah.
Went to Valley Forge Hospital. I spent 9 months there. And then instead of ETS me out, they sent me back to Fort Campbell.
Mm-hmm.
And Fort Campbell didn't want me because I had a, bad arm.
Mm-hmm.
So then they sent me to Fort Knox for my last 3.5 months.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Were you planning on making a career out of it?
That was my plan, but after my 3rd Purple Heart, the Army said goodbye.
Wow.
They don't want to see me anymore.
What was it like, man, leaving here? Because you're from Grand Rapids, right?
No, I'm from Detroit.
You from Detroit?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
What was it like coming from the inner city, going to fight in the jungles of Vietnam?
Oh. Big change. Not what you think.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Of course, they train you for all that stuff, but it's nothing like the real thing. I mean, when you get out there, you hear about it and you see it in movies, but to actually get shot at and you hear them bullets whizzing past your head, it is no joke.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so yeah, and to actually get hit, because I thought my life was over when I got this arm almost blown off, because it was only hanging on by about that much meat.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so they had to rebuild my arm all over again. 9 months in the hospital and 13 surgeries later.
Mm-hmm. And they saved your arm. That's miraculous.
Yeah, because I was in Tokyo about a month after I got hit. I spent a month in Tokyo, and the captain come in and told me, we're going to do surgery today. I said, okay. But when I get down there, he talking about cutting my arm off.
Mm-hmm.
I wasn't having that.
Mm-hmm.
Wasn't having that. Me and him argued for 3 days. And the colonel shows up, his superior officer, who was also a surgeon. So the colonel told me, say, young man, we're going to save your arm, but you probably won't ever be able to use it again.
That's a miracle.
There it is.
That's definitely a miracle.
Yep.
Did you have like a spiritual protector? I know you prayed.
I think I did. Oh yeah.
Right.
My girlfriend's mother gave me a Bible. It was about this big.
Mm-hmm.
That was in my pocket, breast pocket.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. There was 2 pins in that breast pocket. After I got blown up, nothing touched the Bible.
Wow.
But them 2 pins, the top of them pins was blown off in my arm. That was it.
Wow. Another question. When you came home, there was a lot of resentment from people. I remember that as a kid.
Oh, yeah.
In the air about Vietnam era vets. And
Oh, yeah.
They're crazy and this.
Well, I got a
Tell
story
me how
for
that
you.
was.
I got a story for you. I was at Valley Forge, Pennsylvania, in a Naval Hospital, which is north of Philadelphia. My first home leave, I go to Philadelphia Airport. My arm's in a cast like this, okay? I'm in my full uniform. I'm walking through the airport. There's protesters there. So I'm like, uh-oh. So I'm trying to go around these people. This guy and this girl walks up to me, calling me all kind of names. Guy spit in my face. True story. I took my one hand, put it on his neck, and had him on the floor. I was gonna kill him.
Mm-hmm.
Lucky for me, the police didn't arrest me because this couple told the police that the guy spit in my face, and they took him away.
Wow.
I went to the gate, got on a plane, flew back to Detroit.
How did you feel knowing that you had could have possibly sacrificed your life just to come home and people didn't appreciate what you had did?
At that time, man, I was so angry because why are you picking on us? All we're doing is what we're supposed to do. We were told to do this, okay? You should be going to Washington, D.C., harassing them. They're the ones that sent us over there. You know, why are you picking on the soldier? You know, I was angry, man. I didn't want to see, anytime I saw protesters, I tried to go the other way.
Mm-hmm.
And after that one day in that Philadelphia airport, I never, ever wore my uniform home.
Wow.
Never.
Wow.
The only time I wore a uniform was on base.
That's saying something because wearing the uniform was something to be proud of.
Exactly.
You know what
and
I mean?
was proud.
Yes,
I was proud.
yes,
I was in a proud unit, you know, but why am I going to put myself in jeopardy and risk maybe catching a case and going to jail?
Mm-hmm.
You know, so the easiest thing for me to do is just put on civvies when I went home.
Now, you guys were valiant. Y'all went in them jungles and y'all fought.
Yeah.
You know, a courageous war. You followed orders to the
Right.
T.
Yeah.
Compare your era of the Vietnam era to what these soldiers today are facing.
Well, it's a different kind of fighting. You know, these guys, most of them are going into these small villages or cities, and they gotta clear out houses. Okay. Walking through the jungle, there's nothing to clear out. My unit, we never ran into a village, you know, except out in near Cambodia, the mountain yards. But they were peaceful people. Okay. You walk through the jungle, you don't know when you're gonna get hit, because the Viet Cong and the NVA, they decide when they fight, not us, you know. So it was very dangerous. You don't know. You're walking through the jungle on a search and destroy mission, but you're just waiting, you know, waiting for something to happen.
I heard they had tunnels too.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Oh, yeah, they had tunnels. The day before we had the biggest battle that I was ever in, this was June 22nd, 1967. The night before, we ran into a tunnel system, okay? We had the tunnel rats go in, they looked at our, we caught 2 VC in there, they pulled them out for the interrogators. The next morning, June 22nd, my platoon, we threw CS crystals in the tunnel so they can't use it no more, okay? The rest of the company headed down the hill. By the time we finished throwing them crystals in that tunnel, all hell broke loose. We fought for 9 hours. Didn't know it at the time that we had run into a battalion of North Vietnamese regulars, okay? 141 of us was on that hill that day. Only 18 of us walked out. I was one of the 18. And there was a reason that General Westmoreland pinned the Bronze Star on me for that day.
Mm-hmm. Wow. Yeah. That's definitely fate.
Yeah, it's called Battle of the Slopes. For anybody that want to look it up, you can look it up on the internet. It's called Battle of the Slopes. Dak To, Vietnam.
Okay. Do you have any advice for soldiers of today facing deployment?
Just be true to yourself, man. True to your training. You know, you've been taught what to do. You've been taught how to fight in your particular war. Be true to it. You know, do what you're told, and 9 times out of 10, you'll come home, you know, safe and sure.
Okay, this has been an interview with Thornell Billingsley. Thank you very much again.
Yeah, my pleasure.
And most importantly, thank you for your service.
You're welcome. Yeah.
Okay.